again. Extra, terror, stock, scuba shell. Murderous demands revealed.
That my car be returned to me in its original condition. 2. That the white exorcist known as Fire Ship will conquest me. Not to escape this girl. Be turned over to me for my justice. Nothing less. Nothing more.
Somewhere in the city there's a bad man waiting, standing in the shadows with a gun in his hand. A man of color who is calmly stating, "Go house demand, go house demand." He demands, go house demands.
He demands.
He demands.
Kill a Negro demand.
A sign of black men to handshake. Nichols come in the light. Exorcists.
Edgar, go to your room.
3 firemen were killed. One of them was Mrs. Gallagher's nephew. 6 more were badly injured when the boiler exploded.
And one will be dead by tonight. That was Kohlhaas, wasn't it?
I said go to your room.
I told you we hadn't heard the last of that Negro.
Full house demands. Tonight for a night called a justice bread. He was life for farming justice and I for night and then.
He wants Willie Conklin. Willie Conklin. He even misspelled my name. Wanted to know when. He can't take a joke now, can he? Sends it at me. Does he think only niggas hit shit? We Irish had to get used to it.
You goddamn rubbish, man. Look what you got us into.
You're gonna protect me. Ain't you?
Just get out of town, Will. Before they kill us all. What they did to you, what they took from you. We are one with you. Now the world will know there are eagles out there to make them listen. We're all Kohlhaas.
Do you have a statement for us, Mr. Washington? What do you think of these Negro renegades, Mr. Washington?
In the sum of my life I have lived in hope. Do not all be Christian brothers. I have looked to persuade every white-skinned man that we need not be one race. I deplore Mr. Walker's actions and the irreparable harm he has done to my people. And I wish that I might tell him face to face.
Somewhere in the city, waiting in the dark, but no someone stopping. Somewhere in the in the shadows, a man of color who is calmly stating, "Go house demands." Think of the music of something big. Somewhere in the city, go house to that ragtime.
Are suffering a tragedy that should not have been ours. Took that woman in without sufficient thought. She brought Kohlhaas into our lives. You have victimized us all with your foolish female sentimentality.
Are you going out to find him and shoot him?
I'm protecting my home. Mr. Walker makes the mistake of coming to my door again. I will deal with him.
Why should he come here? We did not desecrate his car.
I went to the police. I told them this murdering madman was a guest in my home. I told them we are keeping his bastard child. I told them everything I know. They were very grateful.
Did you tell him he's the Negro maniac whose car they destroyed?
The same black man who went to them for justice, but whose every legal complaint they ignored. The same crazed Negro killer who followed the coffin of the woman they murdered. Were they grateful for the truth?
I hope I misunderstand you. Would you defend this savage? Does he have anyone but himself to blame for Sarah's death? Anything but his damnable nigger pride? Nothing under heaven can excuse the killing of man or destruction of property in this
I did
manner.
not hear such a eulogy at Sarah's funeral. I did not hear you say then that death and the destruction of property were inexcusable.
Must I endure this?
You are a complacent man with no thought of history. You've traveled everywhere and learned nothing. I despise you.
He'll be back.
I don't think so.
Why is Uncle angry? Why is everyone so angry?
Ask your father.
It's because of Coal House, isn't it?
Why don't you explain this to your son? He is confused. Why don't you ever talk to him?
How would you like to go to a game of baseball tomorrow?
I think I would like that, sir.
I've been neglecting you. Giants are at the Polo Grounds. Mother, I'm taking the boy to see a game of baseball.
You fool.
You'll like baseball. It's a civilized pastime. In a world gone mad, there is comfort to be had in the game Father played at school. Men of class competing on the grass for sportsmanship and fellowship and courtesy are the rules.
Play ball! Bang!
insufferable. Mr. Walker is one thing, but his child's welfare is not our concern. There are limits to even the most limitless compassion. We have done enough for this child.
No one will ever do enough for this child.
Let's run away to Atlantic City. Let's feel the wind in our hair.
Atlantic City is only a temporary answer, Mother, but I can't think of a better one. I can't take a child from you for a residence down there. It's close enough for me to come and go. Business begins.
Sharing a grand and romantic city.
Sea and salty air. Besides, I think the change of air will do everyone good. Did you pack my razor?
Yes,
I hope you reserved us a parlor car.
I did. Train's gonna take us to the sunniest highway.
Troubles will slide away just
Just
a
a ride away.
It was clear to Father the crisis was driving the spirit from their lives. He had always felt secretly that, as a family, they were touched by an extra life. He felt it going now. Mother,
Where's the cab?
where have you been? Didn't change, but in strange music as I wait on. Say, when did they change the
Let's run away to Atlantic City. Let's feel the wind in our hair. Sharing a grand and romantic city. Sea and salty air. To the sunniest highway. Troubles will slide away. Let's not ride away. So let's run away to Atlantic City. No one will find us there. There's a ragtime band, playing for brand new ragtime tune. And up in the sky there's a brand new crazy moon. Let's go there soon.
I was once a lady from the Stanford Pines, who made me a celebrity overnight. Well, overnight things change, I guess. I'm in New Jersey, wearing even less. Ladies, there's a lesson in my tawdry tale. Beware the path you choose. No, justice is never fair. Bang, bang, there goes your millionaire. Now on your ring, turning, and up on a string, and it's a
Harry Houdini
Mr. Houdini. It is a dream come true to work with an artist of such magnitude. Don't get yourself, Barry. And it would be even more wonderful when Miss Nesbit stops looking at the camera.
I'm not an actress.
I am reeling with this revelation.
I'm a personality.
Take 5, ladies and gentlemen. The director has a nervous breakdown.
Baron, here's the schedule for tomorrow, and your leading lady's unhappy with her lines.
Tell our leading lady that no one will hear her lines. This is a silent Good day.
Good day, sir.
Father, that man.
Sit.
What is he doing?
Stand impertinent, whatever it is. I'm merely in humble and anthropology, sir. The lovely lady had such a pensive expression. I only wish to capture it for a moment in my viewing lens. I am Baron Ashkenazi. I make moving pictures, sir. This glass rectangle is a tool of the trade. I'm always conjuring up new faces, new adventures, new thrills for my audiences. If the lady were an actress, I'd offer her a contract on the spot.
Oh, no.
My wife does not work. Oh, I meant it as a compliment, sir. No offense.
I took it as such, so no offense.
Well, I can see that my famous name has not preceded me. Have you seen his first mistake? No? A daughter's innocence! No, don't embarrass. They are my first 2 picture plays. 1 readers. I made them for $500, and each brought 10,000 in receipts. Yes, it's true. But here, this is not impossible. Anyone can get lucky in America. I remind myself of this every day. The first nickel I ever earned, I kept in a little silver frame. It's how I gave my company a name, reminding me how very far I came. I was a maker of the silhouettes who made a small improvement. Maybe the silhouettes and simulated music. Good people see the lines and the minds going clean, and I'm half on the air on the plain ink. I go from silhouettes and floors. I invent a small projector, and soon I'm reading movies and they're calling me director. And the industry is dawning, and I'm standing on the brink. Mr. Baffle on me there on the plain ink. Light shines from the shallow weeds, calling to me infinitely tall. People love to see people do, even if they don't such tales from the shallow streets, leave the men who live in the rain, fighting until something it takes. What a lovely movie, the man. Well, business is good, I'm happy to say. I just made a contract to film for cafe. A series of chapters that end in suspense. Trixie would search for another 5 cents. And I am waking every morning to have a piece of paper. I train to see, I train to fly, and this is my vacation. I shake a hand, I kiss a hand, I buy you all a drink. Maybe it's your chance to see a movie that was made by Lady Mender when my name goes by Tash K and ACY. Better now American will have to once to think of silhouette, the flicker, in movies as they're meant to. Treat yourself to a ride on a roller coaster. I'll send you a postcard from Sarajevo.
Or the Duke.
What did you say?
Or the Duke.
What Duke? I don't know any Duke. I've seen you before somewhere. Who are you? Come back here! So the young woman forced into a marriage she does not want, decides to elope with a butcher she loves. Nonsense! People don't spend good money to see young women elope with butchers.
Good morning, Baron. I see our children are playing again. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anything.
Oh, please, I need interruption. Always working, always working. It's a curse. I know what this is. It's called rap. I like this music. It makes me want to turn the cartwheel. But I won't. Not today. What's wrong?
I'm thinking of something this very badly. No, two men. My brother. And a Negro man who used to play that music on our piano in New Rochelle. Oh, we never know when our feelings are going to creep up on us and go boo and startle us. Do we?
No. Never.
Well,
Baron, you promised the studio.
No rest for the wicked. I leave you with this question now. Would a woman leave her husband for a butcher?
if he were a kind butcher, a thoughtful man who wondered what she thought about, then yes, she would.
That's the title I've been searching for. The Thoughtful Butcher. I am forever in your debt.
Oh, look down there on the beach! The children!
Oh, not too fast. She doesn't hear me. No, she hears me, but she doesn't listen.
All children are like that.
What is their hurry?
I'm very glad ours have become such friends. How they play, finding treasure in sand, they're forever hand in hand. Our children.
How they laugh. She has never laughed like this.
Every waking moment bliss.
Our children. See them running down the beach. Children run so fast.
For the future,
Run fast.
how they dance, unembarrassed and alone, hearing music of their own.
Our children. One so fair.
And the other life in death, some joy and some scorn.
See them running down the beach. Children run so fast. Toward the future from the past. There they stand.
Footprints in the sand, forever hand in hand.
Our children.
To stars, submitted by
What life. Say that often.
It's because I don't know what to say, Baron.
I'm not a bad, of course. poor immigrant. A Jew who points a camera so that his daughter can dress as beautifully as a princess. I want to drive from her memory every tenement stench. Filthy Indian street. I would buy her light, sun, and the clean wind of the ocean. The rest of her life. Now you know me. Now you understand. I am no Mary. I am Tate.
Now I know even less what to say.
Then it is my turn.
Thank you for your confidence. I shall keep it here.
Here he comes again. A cracker who doesn't know he's a cracker. I should have kicked his ass the first time he
Good evening. I would still very much like to talk to Mr. Coalhouse Walker Jr.
This is still Harvard, and this is still a private thoroughfare, Cracker.
I told you, I shall come here every evening until he is satisfied that it is safe to receive me.
And that time will be never.
But Mr. Walker knows me. I'm his friend.
Look, try that pestilent palm where they sank his car.
Been there.
Try that cemetery where they buried his Sarah like a queen.
Been there too.
Try the gates of justice where they are deaf to his misery and anger.
I understand how you feel.
You got a dime? You seem to have a lot of change there. Could you manage a quarter? What about a silver dollar? What's your name?
Sarah,
I'm Coalhouse.
I know.
There was no music in my heart tonight. Melodies kept refusing to flow. One look at you, now every note feels right. Coming out sweet and slow.
Tell stories like your hands play tunes.
Sweetest tune I know is Sarah Brown Eyes. Don't be shy now, Sarah Brown Eyes.
know how to blow things up.
Been called to New York City. It seems that Mr. Walker and his followers have taken over the Morgan Library and are threatening to blow it and themselves up.
What does that have to do with you?
Because I know him. They think I might be helpful as a negotiator or a hostage.
Then you must go.
Of course I must. I've reserved a place on this afternoon's cannon.
Are you afraid?
Little.
Would you like me to come with you?
There's no need. Mr. Walker has gone too far this time. They'll put an end to it now. He'll get what he deserves.
And what is that?
I'm sure I don't know anymore. And must you always be holding that damn child of his? Every time I look at you, it's become an appendage.
I'll be right along. Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye. I'm sorry. It's not you I'm angry with, Mother. Once I return and this affair is forgotten, we will find a suitable place for the child, and everything will return like it was.
Things will never be the same.
I went as before, when we were happy.
I will not give up the child to anyone except Mr. Walker.
I love you.
Be safe.
Everything will be fine, Mother.
restoring your car. Will you come out, sir?
You're gonna make me be a model?
Mr. Cocker will receive due process. You both will.
How much longer are you going to stand for this? Give him his car and then hang the Senate!
I'm doing my best, Mr. Moore.
This conspiracy! I'm legalized! That's all it is!
Sir, if I might suggest,
Who the hell are you?
you sent for me. I know Mr. Walker. I believe there's one man to listen to. Mr. Booker T.
All the sum of my life I have lived in hope. We might all be Christian brothers. I have hoped to persuade every white-skinned man that he need not fear our race. What has the selfish recklessness cost us? We've worked so hard to still the white man's hate. Look what you've done. With guns and dynamite, you are destroying everything I have fought for, sir.
Despite the respect I have for you, Mr. Washington, you've come in vain.
Had you been ignorant of the tragic struggle of our people, I could have pitied you this adventure. But you are a trained musician, an educated man.
It is true, sir. But I hope that might suggest to you the solemn calculation of my mind. We are both men of color who insist on the truth of our manhood and the respect it demands.
Situation is hopeless. You will be responsible for the death of these young men.
Don't listen to him, Colas. They're using him to get to you.
Not giving up!
And you dare to teach your lessons to these wild, unthinking youths. Yet your own son you abandoned to be raised on white men's truths. Look what you've done. Think of your son. Is this the legacy you would bestow on him? Are these the shoulders you would have him stand upon? Let him be the son of a man who had the courage to tell the truth in the court of law. Make your case, and if the verdict is death, then go to him proudly, knowing that you have been heard. For truth is all. And if you do this, you will have the thanks and respect of every decent man of color and all those children of our race whose way is hard and whose journey is long. Think of your son.
But we need a hostage. But safe passage for my men.
It is done.
You can't change your demands. You're betraying us. You said we would all go free or we'd all die.
Promise of a fair trial.
No!
Have my word, sir. I'm the mediator of this.
I'll never see you come out with my hands raised. No further harm will come to anyone from Cold Cuts or Virginia.
God bless you, sir.
You said we fight to the end! Hold up!
I will not trade your precious lives for anything in this world!
It's a goddamn modesty or justice.
Is that execution yours? Colehouse! Mr. Colehouse Walker Jr. It is I, sir. The hostage you demanded. Your car is ready, Mr. Walker. I think you will be satisfied. You. Yes. I myself requires nothing from you. But don't you feel your sister deserves an explanation?
You may tell my sister she will always be in my thoughts. You may tell her I boys loved and admired her.
Are you ready?
We're not going. You've lost us. We've all lost.
I don't believe that. Oh, and tell our story. Let it go far and wide. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Justice was our battle, and how justice was denied. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight. Sometimes there are battles that are more than black or white. And I could not put down my sword for justice as my right. Make them hear. Go out and tell our story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear. Make them hear. And tell them in our struggle we were not the only ones. Make them hear. Make them hear. Your son can be a servant of the law. Teach every child to raise his voice and tell my brothers justice needs a million lives, a million righteous men. Make them hear. When they hear you, I'll be near Am I not to go with them? Here is our hostage. One white face looks just like another. Tell me about my son. What do you want to know? Is he walking? Has he said any words yet? Anything you think of? Are they going to kill me? Of course not. They're decent men. I would not be here if I did not believe that.
Your men are gone, Mr. Walker. Will you come out now?
Thank you for your kindness to my family. Welcome. He's a fine boy.
The editor of Ragtime had run out. As if history would know no more than a tune or play a piano, but we did not know that then.
After Coalhouse Walker's death, younger brother drove south to Mexico, where he joined the great peasant revolutionary Emiliano Zapata.
The signs of the coming World War were everywhere. Anarchist Emma Goldman was arrested again, of course. But this time, she would also be deported as well.
Booker T. Washington's Tuskegee Institute became in time the capital of Black America. When he died, flags were flown at half-mast. President and Mrs. Wilson attended the funeral.
Grandfather now resided in a cemetery. At last, peace and quiet.
The passionate and beautiful Evelyn Nesbit would lose her looks and fall into obscurity.
Harry Houdini was hanging upside down high over Times Square when the Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in Sarajevo. A little boy's words suddenly rang clear to the great solutionist, which was the one genuine, mystical experience of his life. But it was too late. The world was already at war. When the Lusitania was torpedoed by a U-boat off the southwest coast of Ireland, 1,200 men, women, and children lost their lives. And among them, our wives.
Mother wore black for a year. At the end of this time, Tate proposed, and she accepted. She adored him.
They moved to California. Figure now a single that they felt blessed.
Coalhouse!
One afternoon, while watching his children play, Tate had an idea for a movie. A bunch of children. White, black, Christian, Jew, rich, poor, all kinds. Like us. A gang. A crazy gang. Getting into trouble, getting out of trouble. But together, despite their differences. We're sure it would make a wonderful